What it do? What it do? DrDandruff is in the building, y'all. We have another dope motherfucking interview. You already know what time it is. You know how the rhyme you get. But first, let's get up into this interview. Let's get it.
Coming from a land where no one gives one. It's the doc, Dr. Dandruff. So ain't no me, I'm on your head.
You better beat your ass up and down the street. You run the crimes that you get out. You cannot go to jail.
This is a podcast about news, relationships, child support, and everything your long nipple baby mama can't fathom. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Dr. Dandruff.
Run from them, right?
Hey, what it do? What it do? DrDandruff is in the building, y'all. I told you we have another dope interview today, man. Coming from the motherfucking slums, coming from the place where everybody wants to be a comic. Everybody wants to be a comic, but they ain't a comic. But this guy right here, man, I love this guy, man. Hey, this is a long time coming, man. Let's give it up for my boy, man. Let's give it up for my G. Dante Chang is in the building, y'all. Let's give some love, man. Come on. How you doing? How you doing,
I'm
Dante?
all right, man. I appreciate you having me, man. You know,
Shit, I appreciate you coming here, man.
no, come on, man. You know,
It's been
my
a long,
pleasure.
it's been a long time coming. I'm
It
over
has
here
been.
like,
I've been trying to come out here for a minute, so I'm so glad I'm here. You know,
hey, that's what's
man, it's
good.
better than I imagined. It's cooler than I imagined. You know, y'all should see this. Y'all, the camera don't do this place justice. This place is fire. He got a Kevin Johnson Suns jersey on the wall because it's crazy. It's crazy. It's weird because the Lakers are such a staple in the city that when someone's from here, he has the Dodgers over here, but he has the Suns. It's like, man, what happened? Did he meet Kobe? Did he meet Kobe or Shaq? And he was like, get away from me or something. You know what I mean? He had a bad incident.
Like I just be like, hey, you know what? Hey, you know what, Shaq? I like you, man. I like you better on the Phoenix Suns. He didn't do shit for the Phoenix
What, he averaged
Suns.
like 4 points on there or something. I God, yeah, it was, shit. That's why somebody was like, "Why did he retire?" Because he averaged 4 points. You know, you gonna keep playing and shit, and nobody wants to.
See, this is fucked up, y'all. Look at he's talking about fucking he's talking shit about my Phoenix Suns. Oh
No,
my
but they
goodness.
might win it. They might win it all this year.
Yeah, we got Kevin Durant now.
Yeah, he keeps getting hurt too, though, right?
That's some bullshit, huh?
Yeah, well, how? I mean, what is he supposed to do? I'm sure he don't want to get hurt. He like, damn, you know what I mean? He just keep getting hurt.
Hey, my boy, man. Hey, man, we got Dante Chang in the building, man.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, yeah. Hey, tell everybody where you from, my boy.
Washington D.C.
We got DC in the building.
Washington D.C.
Hey, he keeps putting his hoodie up
You know what it
like
is?
child support
I,
or
you know what it
or
is?
something.
I don't know why I like showing off. I did a lot of drugs yesterday. I feel like I look like shit, so I'm trying to cover it up. Y'all think it's me trying to be cool, but I'm just really trying to be like, yo, I don't want the camera to catch like, oh man, you can tell this motherfucker went at it yesterday. You know, it wasn't even that bad, but still, like, I woke up this like, oh man, I gotta cover my shit up. I just feel like you know how you feel like that after you did way more than you should the day before. Like, oh man, I feel like I look like shit. I don't know what it is about that, you know? I'm looking at myself, I don't look that bad.
Yeah, you look good, my boy.
Yeah,
Yeah, you came to play. You
yeah.
came to play. You know, at the end of the day, you know. Let everybody know. You know, what I'm saying you're from DC, and then I mean, like, how'd you end up in Cali? Like,
Man,
that's what
I
I
got
want.
it. I got in a lot of trouble back home, man. I used to get in a lot of trouble. I mean, I got all the different charges. I was going to court all the time for sometimes bull nonsense. You know what I mean? But sometimes crazy shit too. And man, then eventually I moved here and actually didn't really change my lifestyle, but it's not as much. The police aren't as good here. You know what I mean? So they're not going. So it was I could get away with a little more here. It was more comforting here to do. I don't know wild shit I was doing. Selling drugs and shit at the time.
Okay.
And then yeah, so I was like, but indeed, I got caught back home. I was caught. I mean, little shit. It wasn't crazy. I was blessed to not get in trouble that much. But like for what I was doing, and then here I didn't. I phased out of it, but initially I was like, someone said to me, they were like, LA County. I don't know how this stats don't matter to me now because I want more. You might need them, but back then they said there was 8,000 police officers for all of LA County. I don't
Damn,
know
that
how.
that many?
I don't know how many. That's not a lot. Because sometimes I'll be
That's a lot for me. I'm doing crime. I'm like, damn, that's a
yeah.
lot, motherfuckers.
I don't know what the ratio is, but that doesn't sound like a lot. If like, because there's times like I could go down like a residential street here and speed and go 70,
Yeah.
and the police officer will just literally be like, oh, okay, whatever. You might go to jail where I'm from.
Oh
Like
shit.
you'll at least lose your license for 3 months, or like maybe or something. You know what I mean? Like here, they're just like, oh, fuck it. You know what I mean? They're like, fuck it, hi, fuck it. You know,
Do you ever just like, hey, you know what? Hey, I'm Asian. I don't know what you guys are talking
I've
about.
done that before. They let me go.
Does it work?
You know what? Because I'm a comedian, I delivered that shit with perfect timing.
Right.
And like, uh, I basically like one time it happened a few times. Like for some reason I'm good at getting out of tickets. I seem like a cool guy to police officers. I don't know. But I'm very respectful. You know what I mean? I don't. Some people get mad and shit. Like even if I'm clean, I'm still completely respectful and trying to be kind because that's how you get off. You know
Right,
what I
right,
mean?
right,
The
right.
motherfucker be like, "Hey, officer, why the fuck?" No, that's not gonna work. You gotta write your ass up now because at that time it's not done yet. He hasn't wrote you the ticket or what you got, whatever you were doing. So basically, there was a time when I think like I was just fucking high out of my mind. I think I was drunk too.
Mhm,
And I think I ran a stop sign, ran a light, did it like made an illegal left turn, did all type of crazy shit.
mhm.
And then the police officer pulled me over. He goes, "You know what you did? I mean, he started doing all these things." He's like, "Why'd you do that?" And I was like, "Officer, I'm Asian." And he starts busting out laughing. Then he goes, "Hey, Rodriguez, you know what he just said? Why he just said he did what he did? Because he's Asian." You can hear him in the background. Ah, that's hilarious. And then like, we can't give him a ticket. He's so fucking
He's like,
funny.
let him go, let him
Let
go,
him
let him
go.
go. So that's what happened?
Yeah, this one. I'm gonna give you. Can I give a teaching class on how to
Yeah,
get out?
yeah.
This is how you get out of the ticket.
Go
Right?
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I'm gonna another time. I took Dave Chappelle's bit. Dave Chappelle has a bit about this of how white people could get away with everything. So one time, I lived in Virginia too, right?
Mhm.
And then
West Virginia or Virginia?
Virginia, like Northern Virginia, right DC
Okay,
border,
because you
right?
scared me. I was like, wait
Not
a
like
minute.
country, not like country shit. But I mean, I still like basically I was on like La Brea and First, where it's like
Mhm,
crazy, crazy city, crazy busy. I did an illegal U-turn while I was smoking a J, no seatbelt. Right?
okay.
That's what they're crazy about in LA. No seatbelt. That's what they're mad at.
Oh,
They get
yeah.
mad at. But I do that. I get pulled over immediately because I don't see this cop because I'm high as shit. He pulls me over and goes, "Hey, you made a legal U-turn. You're smoking marijuana with no seatbelt on. Oh, can you explain yourself?" I was like, "Sorry, officer. I didn't know you couldn't do that." And he just looks at me and goes, "'Cause I'm from Virginia, so I had to play the we all know
Yeah,
DC's a
I'm
city,
out of state type shit,
but
yeah.
Virginia sounds like country as fuck.
It does.
But where I'm from, where I lived and where I was from in Virginia wasn't country as fuck. I lived in it wasn't country as fuck, but still it sounds if you don't know, you know what I mean? So I start playing with that and I'm like, um, I didn't because it's dirt roads, so we can make U-turns anywhere. And then he looked at me like, "Oh, that makes sense. Oh, well, just don't get in trouble. Don't do this again. You 'Cause here you can't do that." And he's telling me, "You can't make illegal U-turns here," and all this, and I was like, "Okay, well, I didn't know that." And he was like, "Alright." He was really cool too. He just let me go, you know?
Damn, you got love, shit. I'm Mexican, shit. We don't got no love like that. Like, "Get the fuck out the car. Who's he got in the trunk? You check the trunk." I'm like, "Oh, man, you're
It
fucked."
might the tattoo on the face might not help.
Yeah, I know. It
You know what I
probably
mean? If I
hurt
had
more.
a tattoo, I probably
What kinda
would have got
tattoo
the
you think
ticket.
you'd have?
I don't what's weird? I used to get arrested a lot. So when you get arrested, they ask you they take your fingerprints,
Mhm.
and they ask you, like, "Do you have any tattoos?" So I purposely never got them just because I was like and then eventually when I said, "Okay, I don't really do anything bad anymore, so I could get one," but I didn't it's hard to think of what to get. I think I heard once you get one thing, it's easier, but I was like, maybe I don't know, man. I don't know, you know?
Right,
I
right,
wanted to
right.
get, like, a joke tattoo, like, put, like, exit only on top of my ass. You know what I mean? Just stupid shit. I even thought that they're like, man, don't get that stupid shit.
Exit only.
Exit only.
Yeah. You gotta watch that. Cause some girls be trying to put their fingers in your butt nowadays. I mean, I don't know if it's he might like it, or maybe it's just like, oh, maybe I might turn him out. I don't get what it is, but fingers in the ass, I don't get what it
You
is.
know what? That happened to when I was 15 years old. I was having sex with this 27-year-old.
Oh
Yeah, it
my
sounds like
goodness.
a bragging, right? But the bitch look like Lil Wayne and shit, so it's not really bragging. You know what I mean? I mean, but it's still cool, I guess, that age, you know, as a guy
Mhm.
to have sex with an older woman. And during our session, randomly, she just licked my ass.
Oh
And I'm not
shit.
gonna lie, I looked at her, I was like, "Oh, I'm 15," so I'm like, "What was that?" She was like, "I just licked your ass." And I was like, and I looked at her, I was like, "Do it again. Do it again. I'm not sure if I
She
like
was
that
like,
shit." And if she sounded like that, I would have left.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
What about this one?
I just licked your ass.
No.
Yeah, that sounds like it'd be painful. 'Cause it sounds metal. That sounds like a metal tongue. Yeah,
Intergalactic planetary.
it sounds metal as fuck.
That would have been fucked up.
What's that?
A metal object just go in your ass, like,
No,
you know what I'm saying? I got a
that's
metal
terrifying to
tongue.
even think about. I never even thought about that, and it's
Yeah, that's
terrifying to think about.
terrifying.
Yeah, it's very terrifying. Anything going in your ass besides a possibly a mouth is scary, even if it's a doctor shoving
I mean,
anything.
did you hold your own legs up or something, or you were just like, "Oh, wait a minute, what the fuck happened?"
I don't know what's going because you understand, I'm the kid. I'm always a kid, so I'm, like, literally getting she's doing whatever I don't know what the fuck I'm doing yet. I'm still a kid, you know what I mean? Like, she's teaching me shit, you know?
Right.
So, I don't know, I just let her whatever she told me to do, I'd kinda just do it, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, so
And how many years, like, what's the age gap on it? I mean, because you're young, I mean, hey, that's what taught me. A lot of older women, a lot of fat older women taught me, like, you know, "Hey, this is how
it
you're
it
supposed
put
to
me
get your dick
it
sucked." I'm like,
put me
"What?"
a level above everybody else in high school. It's like, from here's my age I'll tell you why, because you learn things, you learn all the 27-year-old tricks. You're fucking 15 and shit. You're doing what she taught you to fucking girls your age. They're like, "Oh my god, he knows it." You know what I mean? And then you know, girls talk, you know, and then you start fucking friends and shit. You fuck this girl and a friend and a friend and a friend. See, now this time you're like, damn. It, I honestly to this day, I'm grateful to this woman because
Okay.
she improved my pussy rate by like
That's not
800%.
the girl that dropped you off in the Maserati,
No,
right?
no, 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 different
Oh, I
girl,
was gonna
different girl.
say,
So
"Oh, shit."
thank God, if she hears this, she's gonna be like, "You're fucking disgusting," you know. We're all
"Oh, how come you
disgusting.
didn't tell me this shit a long time
Yeah.
ago?" Yeah,
Nah,
you know girls.
that's my lady now. She's great, you know?
That's what's up,
Yeah.
hey, shout out to your girl, man, that's some real shit. Hey, too bad she didn't bring you on time, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
Shout out to my
But
boy.
yeah, she's Asian, so she drives slow, yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you. So, Mr. Dante Chang, I mean, what influenced you? Like, I mean, as far as I mean, because you're one of my favorite stand-up comedians. I see you doing your thing. The first thing I've ever saw you on was with uh, with my boy from Arizona, my boy
Terrence
Terrence
Delane,
Delane.
Terrence Delane.
Terrence Delane, yeah, he did his little bit with the, you know, with I got my boy, you know, rest in peace,
Teddy Ray.
Teddy Ray, rest in
Mhm,
peace. I got his roses up there,
mhm.
shout out to, Teddy Ray and everybody.
R.I.P. Teddy Ray.
That's the first, segment I seen you on. As far as,
Was it a sketch or a
it was like a sketch, like what would, never date a girl that has
Oh,
a
yeah.
crazy ass, crazy
Yeah.
family, and, shout out, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my
Honestly,
boy
man,
Delane, man, that's some real shit. He's gonna be coming in here too. I got Terrence Delane coming in here too, man.
I
He's
fuck with
perfect.
Terrence Delane because when I was working with him, he kinda, like, lets you be you.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I love that, like, just like when I work with my man John Jones, he lets you be you. Most people, they're like, "Say it like this, do that, don't do that." You know what I mean?
Right,
They don't excuse me. They
right,
don't give you your own they don't let you be yourself,
right,
or they see you as a certain way, you know what I mean?
mhm,
Terrence gives you complete whatever, you do what you do, you know what I mean?
right.
Imma do what I do, and it's all good. You bring your own thoughts and feelings into this character,
I
whatever
mean,
you're doing, and
I
I
love
appreciate that.
Terrence, man. Terrence is dope, dude. Like, I
Terrence is a
mean,
good
when I
guy.
first seen his stand-up, like, I met him with Jamario McClain,
Mm.
and, shout out Jamario McClain too, man.
Mario.
Hey, Jamario too, man, on some real shit. I know he's a little bit busy, but, we gonna have him in here too, but at the end of the day, it's like, to see you guys all work together, and then now I'm with all Deaf Digital. It's fucking crazy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's how me and you, like I have came in contact with you, and I was like, man, this guy's funny as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Appreciate that.
when they go to your, they go get a gun. He's like, man, what the fuck, man? He gets a gun. Man, that's funny as shit, man. I should pull up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put the link on the description after
Yeah, that
we're
was so
done with this
long.
shit.
That was I want to say like 6, 7 years ago now.
Damn, man, it's been that long.
Yeah.
That's just dope. I mean,
Yeah.
how did that like, help your career? Did it help your career at anything? Or
I don't know, because everything you don't know why people come to see you. You don't know what the reason is. It's sometimes that I mean, I have had there are people that follow me from that, but there's also people they'll like me because of the shirt I wore. You know what I mean? They're like, "Man, I really like that shirt. I'm gonna come to your show." You know what I mean? Like, "Did you like my shirt? Did you hear any of my jokes?" Motherfucker, like, I don't it's different. Whatever it is, hey, I appreciate the love no matter what, 'cause, you know how this entertainment thing is. It's wild,
It's
man,
rough.
it could be if you I don't know, if you don't enjoy it, if you're
I appreciate you. Not only that, like, you've been so busy and shit, like, like, I was supposed to get you on here, like, maybe about
December.
yeah, about, a couple months ago, and
Yeah.
it's like, damn, like, my boy, you've been doing your thing, man. I appreciate you so much for you even just stopping by right here and chopping it up with me, because I met you with, Michael Jackson and all them
Mhm.
down there at the, around the time when Ray had passed away and stuff.
I think that's when we met when Teddy Ray passed away, right?
I think pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Not only that, no, I mean, it could have been that or I stand up down there at the comedy chateau. You know what I mean? I'm always I ain't forgot, but at the end of the day, like, we met each other for a reason, like, I love your comedy, I love what you do, I love your just your stand-up is just amazing,
Thank
like,
you.
because you're so versatile, it's crazy as fuck, and I'm like, he's just not all about one subject, he's always about, what I'm saying, like, improving his craft. Every time I see him, better and better.
Thank you.
For shit.
Can't be one of them Asian dudes that do, like, all Asian jokes.
Like what? Like I'm the motherfucker that makes fortune cookies or what?
Yeah, that
Do
the
you get that?
Asians drive bad. I mean, God, it's so redundant.
I know. I was gonna put yellow lights up, but I was like, "Nah, I can't put the yellow lights up." I was gonna put yellow lights up. I was gonna be now. My boy's gonna he's gonna get on my head. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna talk shit.
I would've noticed. I would've probably noticed eventually, but I'm gonna disappear into this light shit. You know what I mean?
So, my boy, what do you got going right now? Besides all the comedy, do you have it like? Do you got any specials coming up? Do you have anything like? What are you striving for?
But right now, there's God, I can't. I'm not allowed to talk about this one thing.
Oh man, I tried, ladies and gentlemen. I
Yeah,
tried.
I can't talk about it right now. It should kill me, man. You know what I mean? The boss, the person in charge of the project. I'm supposed to keep it quiet, hush, hush.
Got you.
And then especially like this, fuck, shit. You know, I want to tell you. I did and we had this other project. You remember Fuquan Johnson? You remember him? Okay, well, he's one of my dear friends. He's a comedian. He did this for me. Now tell me this isn't love, right? He believed in me so much to the point where he was a comedian. He opened for Marlon Wayans. He did a lot of good work with Damon Wayans. He had a great career. And he drove Uber for a year,
Mhm.
for 20 hours, and then wrote me a project because that's the level, that's the amount he believed in me. You know what I mean? Like he was willing to do that, which is a little bit like, God, it's like, God, now what do I owe you? Because I'm not like the dude that just takes shit and fuck away. Like
Right,
if
right.
you look out for me, I want to look out for you too. So he did that, and then he passed away.
Oh
You know what I
man.
mean? And then but there's there's people that picked up his project, and then and as of late, um, like it's just a lot going on, but they're trying to figure out the funding and trying to get it done. The girl that she's hopped on as a producer, Lydia Cruz, she wants to get it done. It's called Yellow Wing. It's about a guy that his parents leave him their Chinese restaurant,
Right.
and I'm not even Chinese, but I guess that's what people think when they see Asian people. But he takes over his Chinese restaurant and turns it into a strip club.
Mhm.
And then who used to work at the strip club, so he just took a lot of things that happened in there, and it was cool. We shot a little bit, and that's why I tell you I got to reschedule a time. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
But It got I guess it's the production's been delayed again, so
Mhm.
it is what it is. I mean, sometimes, man, it can get frustrating when you're like when you feel like you catch momentum and this project stops, and you're like, oh, you know,
Right, right,
but it's still you have to roll the punches, man. That's how entertainment is. You can't predict tomorrow. You know what I mean?
right. I mean, did you know you always were gonna be into, like, production and all that, or you
I
always
don't do
wanted to just be a stand-up
I just
comedian?
wanna do stand-up comedy, man.
And
I
that's
don't
all you've been doing,
yeah,
I mean, you're awesome at the end of the day, like, I mean, who are your influences? Like, what made you what sparked the flame in your ass to be like, "You know what? Hey, man, I could do this."
few things. Well, honestly, man, I never th I tell you, like, some history as much as I can and not drag it on to make it boring. So I remember when I first moved to LA, I wanted to and so I went to, a comedy club called the Ha Ha Comedy Club. People describe
Right, yeah, shout out.
that's where I
Shout out to
seen you
Ha
last night.
Club, yeah.
I go to the Ha Ha Comedy Club, and I walk in, and I see this guy on stage, and he's bombing. It's like a open mic, right?
Mhm.
He's bombing, and people are like, "You suck. You should quit. You should quit." And then I was like,
That
"Yo, this
sucks.
is hard." That's what I see. I'm like, "Yo, this is really rough." And then 'cause I talked to about it with my old roommate who also passed, uh, but he wanted to go do, my old roommate Vern, and then he wanted to do stand-up comedy, so I was like, "Alright, Imma do it with you," right? And so he gets a show, but, like, right now, remember, I'm still I don't know what's going on or what stand-up is yet. I don't really know, but he does stand-up. He's doing stand-up at a spoken words event,
Right.
which in my head, I'm like, "It's funny as funny works everywhere." I didn't realize the host warms the crowd up. The first guy kinda takes the bullet, and then pretty much the rest of the show should be fine in most cases. That's how most shows are. But, like, whatever, you know what I mean? Sometimes the first comedian's good, and the host they'll kill it too. But anyways, this guy, remember, he's an inexperienced person, and he's doing comedy at a spoken word thing, right?
Mhm.
This is honestly, to this day, even though I've done comedy, this is the worst bomb I've ever seen in my life. So he goes on this dude goes on stage, and they like he goes, "I'm from the country. We got animals. I got a dog." Nobody laughs. Like, it was so bad that it was so quiet. It was like 70 people there. It was so quiet, you could hear the cars passing outside, right? And then his boy, this is the funniest part, his boy start praying for him in the audience. But since the audience was so quiet, half the audience could hear him praying, so they all start laughing at
Like,
that.
"Oh, please, man, please, Lord, let one of these motherfuckers hit.
He said something
Please,
he
let
was
one
like
of these motherfuckers."
"Lord, if I please let my friend get some laughs, this is a dream, and please let him, please." And then all of a sudden, the band behind him start, like, hitting the drums and shit. He's like, he turns around, "You just gonna play during my set?" He was like, "Dog, I think you need to pick up an instrument." You know what I mean? And then he looks at my boy, looks and then looks at me, looks at me, he just lost just dear this for like 20 seconds. The host goes, "Okay, everybody, thank you so much." I was like, and then I thought some of the jokes he had were funny.
Mhm.
Genuinely, I laughed at him. He's like, "Do you think this is funny?" I was like, "Yeah, it's funny." Some of the jokes, maybe not the one I told him that he said, but some of the jokes I thought were funny. And then so I was like, "You know, my 2 experiences, a guy getting verbally abused, right?
Mhm.
And then another guy just getting, like, tormented, you know what I mean? Like, it was just
Mhm.
bad, you know what I mean? It's just so bad. I was like, "This is how hard stand-up comedy is? This is terrifying." So, fast forward years later, my girl now, she goes, "You should do stand-up comedy." And I was like, "I've seen it. It's the most brutal, terrifying thing I've ever seen. I think you're crazy. I don't think I'm made for it." Like, I thought it was crazy. And then she was like, "Well, the guy stopped me at a restaurant that day, said, 'Hey, you're really funny. You should do stand-up comedy if you don't do it already.'" I was like, she just said something earlier. She said, "See, you should go do it now." Nah, I'm scared. So I had to tell you this. If 100 people, because I was like, "I'm gonna put this so out of me so I don't have to do this, because 'cause I'm scared." I'm
Right,
genuinely
right,
scared.
right.
100 people tell me I should do stand-up comedy, I'm gonna do it.
No
And then
doubt.
literally within 6 months, 100 people told me. People start stopping me at the bar. "We heard you just saying about that fucking fat guy over there. It's fucking hilarious." He goes like, "You should be a stand-up comedian." I was like, "Alright, shit, it's 37 now." You know what I mean? It kept going and
Yeah.
going. And then this fucking guy said it, he was like, "Man, you should." This one guy was just hearing me talk, he said, "Man, you're so funny. You should just do stand." like, God, all right, and that's 'cause that was my word. I'm one of those people, like, I would go through it if I said it because I said it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I have to
right.
do it now. I went up my first day and open mic, first time it was like I went there first day of the reserve,
It
it
was
was
at
like
the haha?
it was at the high. It was like
Okay.
2 people at the open mic, 1 week, 1 week. I get it out, I'm gonna come back now, write some jokes and come back in a week. I came back in a week, and there's 40 motherfuckers in there because somebody decided to have their birthday party at the open mic. I'm scared out of my mind. I'm going to the bar, taking shots. I took like 10 shots. I'm
Damn.
crazy. I'm so fucking scared. I'm not gonna lie,
Mm.
I was fucking scared. Then I go up and I fucking demolished this fucking room. Like they're all dying laughing. The host goes, "This guy's really funny." I tell her, "It's my first time." She was like, "There's no way that's your first time. You're too fucking funny. You're too fu I really enjoyed that." And I was like and then she
Like, what do you think it was? Like,
I
you
don't
think that
know, man.
because I was a little scared, so I started taking shots, I overcompensated? Like,
I
what do
don't
you
know.
think it
I
was?
tried really hard. I was very energetic, animated, scared out of my mind. You know, it's not like you're in a fight when you're scared. You're just like, "Ah," you might really fuck with the other people that are
Yeah,
scared. The dude is, like, huge,
like
you know.
Kimbo Slice when he got beat his ass whooped.
Yeah, 'cause the dude was
Yeah.
fucking scared,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, "What's this Kimbo Slice?" And then you fuck him up and shit. I don't know what it was, but then that I she was actually a booker for the club.
Oh,
She
shit.
booked me immediately. And then another comedian that ran shows in the room booked me there. So my first day, I got booked twice.
Mm,
My very first day. So then I looked at it, this is a sign.
hell
Man,
yeah.
maybe I'm not bad. Maybe if I try, I'll be good at this. It's weird. Then my ego got really out of whack 'cause like 3 weeks later, I killed this I did a room of 70 people. I think it was like 70 people, South Comedy Hole. And then, I think I think like out of like 70 people, 20 or 30 people started following me. They're like, "Oh my god," just and my followers start growing, and I was like, "Yo, it's my first show." They start following me to every show, recruit people, more friends, more friends. Like, God, it's almost them, and like, it's weird 'cause I support the dude's a rapper, and I support him still too.
Right.
Really good rapper. Shout out to my boy, my very, a very I feel like he was the first person to say, hey, you know, when someone if you're friends and family, but someone that doesn't know you, that's good at what they do, come and show you love, you're like, "Oh, man, maybe this could work," you know?
I mean, I'm glad you did because at the end of the day, like, you are funny as fuck.
Oh,
You know, your shit, man. I'm like, boy, been ripping shit up all across everywhere you go, man. Like, you been holding it down like a fat bitch. I really like it, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I
man,
appreciate
I'm
that.
just happy you're in my studio, dog, on some real shit. It's been a long time coming me some, like, epic, real shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been trying to get Dante in, but this motherfucker, I'm like, is Dante really
That is my real name. You know the story?
I wanna know the story.
Um, so, my mother I actually got adopted by my dad's sister eventually, right? But biological mother, um, basically married a black dude in Korea in the military to basically get over to the States to get a green card, you know what I mean? And then while she was here, while she was married to this black dude, she had an affair with the Korean dude, which was my dad. But when she
What?
got pregnant, she thought I was the black dude thought I was a kid, and he already named me.
Get
And
the
she's
fuck
from
outta here.
Korea. That's serious. She's from Korea, so she's kinda like, "Oh, it's a regular American name, I guess. Let's just keep it." You know what I mean? So then my name just became and
Damn,
they
he was
just
like
stuck it.
and then it came out like he was like a 10-pound baby, like, there's no way this is an Asian baby. That's Dante.
What? You know, the dude was like somebody used to make a joke 'cause, you know, there's the hacky Asian dick joke. They're like black dude was like, the dick was like, "Oh, that's not mine." There you go. So I don't forget who said that hacky ass shit, but it's fucking funny though.
He's like, "Hey, man, I'll take your bitch." Fucking Dante Chang in the building, y'all. This motherfucker right here is crazy. I love it, I love it, I love it. So what you got coming next? What, like, I mean, what you doing right now? I mean, do you still fuck with All Def Digital?
I mean, you know, when they call me, but I mean, shit, I'm very bad at like I'm the worst at like following up with people. You know what I mean? I just
Right.
kinda just do my thing and like, "Oh, hit this person up or that person." I'm like, "Oh, man." I'm looking forward I'm doing Arlington Draft House in Arlington, Virginia, May the 1st weekend of May. I'm excited about that.
Okay, so you're
Um,
gonna be in where, Virginia?
yeah, Virginia, Northern Virginia, right by DC, right outside of
You're
DC.
going back to your hometown?
I stay at my mom's house. I'm excited. I get excited.
Yeah, you don't got momos or none of that shit.
They cook you food and shit, so you don't gotta pay for that.
What is your mom doing? You do go back.
All type of different shit, man. Like really, like they're really good at making fried shrimp.
Fried shrimp is
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah,
I love fried
yeah. But this is the crazy thing. Like, but this is how Asian parents are. It's like, "You need to fucking lose weight. You're so fucking fat. Here's 40 shrimp." You know what I mean? Like, but lose fucking weight. Here's a Coke. You know, I'm like, it's like saying, "Stop using drugs. Here's a needle of heroin." Like, fuck, like,
They're
here's
telling me
some
to
crystal
stop.
meth.
They're telling me to stop, but they keep giving it to me.
Literally, they give me this big ass turkey platter full of shrimp. Yeah,
Shit.
fried shrimp, and they give me rice. They tell me to eat till it's done. You know.
Hell yeah, that's what's up, that's what's up. I love that shit. So you get to go back to Virginia
Mhm,
in the beginning of May.
mhm.
And, are you right now, are you just doing nothing but stand-up, or are you doing,
Yeah, pretty
like,
much.
little skits? Because, I mean, your skits are funny as fuck, you know?
I try to do a sketch when I think of something. I know look, I know the social media thing, you're supposed to post 3 or 4 times a week, but then and they say, "Yeah, the quality suffers, but you get more eyes on you," but it's weird. I also feel like you gotta be yourself, and I gotta at least have it thought out, you know what I mean? I wanna have sketches at least thought out, at least some kind of written out. Some people got I've been around people, they're very successful, and I'll go shoot sketches with them, and they'll be like, "Alright, what do you wanna do?" I'm like, "Fuck, I thought you knew what to do. What the fuck?" He's like, "Alright, stand over there, eat the food." Fuck, and you know what I mean? They'll just figure out something, like, on the fly. I'm like, "Yeah, that's great," but it's something it feels different when it's fleshed out. Sometimes that
Right.
could feel more organic if you're just shooting off the cuff like that, but God, I don't know. I like to at least have a predetermined something
Right.
before we shoot this, 'cause, man, like, I don't know, it's hard.
You like to be, pretty much prepared, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what you're going into.
If I was a rapper, I'm not gonna freestyle my hit. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
you can
it's
freestyle the hit, you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? I mean, you can if you're Jay-Z,
yeah,
but other than that,
yeah,
yeah,
besides, he's the only one that can do shit like that.
yeah, pretty much.
Oh, who are influences of mine? Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle, hey,
He's
shout
from
out Dave
DC too.
Chappelle on some real shit.
Dave Chappelle. I love
Real
Dave
shit.
Chappelle. I love Earthquake. I love Bill Burr.
I love her. Hey, Earthquake, shout out to Earthquake on some
Yeah,
real shit.
those are some of my
And Bill Burr is fucking hilarious, dog.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people saying that, I'm the Mexican Bill Burr, but, that's another thing, you know?
Hey, that's not a bad thing to be called.
I know, dude, don't think that's
Anything
like a lot of shit.
anything Bill Burr is not bad. You know what I mean? He's so dope, man. He says exactly what's on his mind. I did a show with him once, right? And, he was like, and he did some fucking this girl was he I love how he makes fun of the woke culture,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
you guys just need to stop. But, like, I love how he makes fun of woke culture, and she's like, "Who here is woke?" This girl in the front row was like, "Hey, me." He was like girl looked at her like, "So tell me, what makes you woke?" And she goes, I don't tweet anything mean." And she was like, "Oh, so that's what makes you woke? That you don't make mean tweets? That's all you have to do. Hey, guys, do you guys do mean?" They're like, "No, I guess we're all woke here." You know what I mean? Like, he's going on this one girl, and she was like he's like, "Why don't you come back here?" 'Cause the show was on Hollywood Boulevard. Shout out to Mark Saratella, who runs Supernova, you know? And he does he's like, "Why don't you come back here, Hollywood Boulevard at 2 AM and pull out your phone and start tweeting about what you see. I
Right.
guarantee you're gonna do this." She's like, "No, I won't. No, I won't." You're being stubborn, but you know what I mean? Like, it's basically saying, like, humans, we all have dark moments. Cancel culture is almost like if they see you in your dark moment, you get canceled. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm so glad that I feel like Amber Heard kinda helped it die down. I feel like it was kinda like that was the turning point where it
Right.
started dying down a little bit. It is I think no lie, there are certain people, yeah, they should be canceled. There's a few, like, I'd say Kevin Spacey, right? Kevin
Yeah,
Spacey
well, I mean, he was messing with
yeah,
a whole lot of other
yeah,
shit.
that's wild. That's wild. Fucking with
Yeah,
kids,
he's out.
underage.
He's out.
You're fucking wild for that. You're fucking wild for that. All right.
That
Yeah, yeah, that's wild, man. Fuck with kids and shit. Whatever the fuck he did. Like he was in R. Kelly. As much as I love R. Kelly's music, I get that. I get those. Everybody else, I can't think of anyone else that should have been canceled. Like everybody did a crazy tweet 14 years ago, they get in
yeah,
trouble. Like
that's just
that's
crazy as
insane.
fuck.
Or the craziest thing is when you try to cancel dead people. They're fucking dead. Like what did Bill Burr say? He goes like,
They're turning over in their graves, or what the fuck?
yeah, what do you want? Can you believe John Wayne? When he said this, I'm like, can you believe John Wayne said this? Yeah, I can believe it. He was born in 1846. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. That's some real shit. That's not fucking, man. That's some real shit. Come on, you're being ridiculous. You know what I mean?
That's a little too rash.
It's like this.
Shit.
Some people, this what the world has turned to. When you look to be offended,
Mm.
you're looking at shit on social media like, should I get offended by this? Should I get offended? Maybe I should get. Hey, Dr. Dandruff, should I get offended by this? Like, come on, dog. Just because
Come
they say
on, man.
they
It's
say-
content. Who
they said,
gives a fuck?
they say Asian people are usually have small eyes. Oh, this
They
person.
say Mexican people all sell corn. No,
Yeah.
we don't. Like, who gives a fuck about that?
And if someone says that, they should be canceled.
Yeah.
No,
Cancel them. Yeah,
it's a
right.
joke. It's a fucking joke.
It's a fucking joke.
And
You're
you
right.
cancel culture, people should just like,
What do you think about the Barbosa?
oh, Ralph Barbosa.
What do you think about the Barbosa situation with George Lopez?
Oh,
I
man.
mean, I'm glad I got a comedian on here now, ladies and gentlemen, because I got asked the same fucking question when I was on JR and the crew. Shout out JR and the crew on everything. You know what I'm saying? They asked me the same thing. I mean,
About Ralph Barbosa. Man, this is crazy. I watched his video. I really like him.
dude,
Great joke writer. And you know what? You know what? Another reason why I really like him, he doesn't do like jokes. He could do a joke about, and he's relatively young. He could do about a song, a joke. He had his joke about Biggie, and I was like, wow, that was really thought out. I love how he makes jokes about hip hop songs, and he does it without being disrespectful, and he has such a good pacing. And I thought George was
a little too
George.
rash.
No, that was just unnecessary, man. You know what I mean? That was unnecessary because
I mean, all he really said was just like, like, hey, I could care less. Why you keep bringing him up on my platform? Like, why you keep bringing him up? Like, I don't
well,
think
he's the one that looks like he could fulfill that void, that Latino, not that void, but
yeah,
I mean,
but do you think George Lopez has seen it that way? You think he's like, oh wow, he's a threat. He might
no,
be
I
the
don't, I don't think
next
he's
one?
a threat. I don't think he looks at him as a threat. Or he looks at him more like, I'm too big. Why am I focusing on this little guy?
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
But I don't think he knew how big he was getting, how much momentum he was getting.
Mhm.
He is getting a serious amount of momentum.
Oh, he
And
is.
I don't think George even realizes it because he has to be out of, what is he, like 80? Like, I don't know how old he is, but he's like, but I don't know, like, that is the thing I notice around. I have a lot of Mexican friend comedians who I mean, there's a lot of great ones. Not all of them. Not all of them are like this, but sometimes they'll be so keen on helping me. They're like, "Hey, man, help me with this." Like, "Oh yeah, I got you." And then I'm like, "Hell, this is Rodrigo or Rodriguez." Like, "Hell no, man, hell no, no." And I'm just like, "What the fuck? You're so quick to help me, but you're not. You don't want to go help another Latino person
Right,
or
right,
another Mexican. You're Mexican. This person
Now
Mexican."
put you in a situation where it's like, well, come on, like what the fuck?
Yeah, let's all help each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Let's
no
help
doubt,
everybody.
no doubt.
Color, this color doesn't matter. It's all love. You know what I
That
mean? It's all love.
That
And I can't deny lies. I have not. I have seen that. Where it's like, what the fuck was that? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
because the other Korean comedians, the other Asian comedians, they've been nothing but delightful to me and gone out of the way to do wonderful things for me to help me along my journey.
As
You know
they
what I mean?
should. I mean, everybody should just look out for each other. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
everybody should. At the end of the day.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
And so I just love because there's a lot of there's such so many great Latino comedians like Alfred Lopez I love.
Right.
You know, I love Jerry Garcia. There's so many. I mean, the list goes on and on. We all know everyone knows Felipe Esparza. I'm a fan of his too. Like they're all just wonderful. You know what I mean? And it's like and plus like so the reason why I would say George George should have put him over immediately
Mhm.
instead of having to go through the whole thing is because you know how hard it is as a minority. It's gotten easier, no lie,
Right.
but it was so difficult for so long for minorities. The moment someone does have an opportunity, if you have a chance to put light on a minority comedian, you should. You know what I mean?
I think you should.
Yeah,
You're right.
as long as they're doing it right, this is he's not a joke thief. He's a good comedian. He's funny. He has a very unique style, a great pacing. Just a good comedian. You know what I mean? I was surprised of how good he is, how young he is. You know, when I watched his videos, I couldn't stop watching it because I was so impressed by that. You know?
Shout out to my boy. I mean, on some real shit. Hey, Barbosa, hey, on some real shit. You gonna be seeing this pretty soon. We're gonna get you a podcast on some real shit. Hey, we want to hear you. Some real shit. We've been hearing you. I've been hearing you. Hey, Barbosa right now is holding shit down like a fat girl on a seesaw. You already know what time it is. I heard it from Dante Chang on some real shit, man. This guy right here has been shit up.
Yeah,
And,
man.
and he doesn't need nobody to help him.
Nah, I mean,
He's doing his thing.
I don't even know how he. It was almost like it's almost like he came out like the Big Bang. You know what I mean? He was like, I didn't know he was. All of a sudden, like everyone's talking about this motherfucker. So, and then I'm watching the dude like, yo, he deserves. Because sometimes, I mean, like I can't think. I never want to take a shot at nobody that did nothing to me. But there's times when you hear the hype on somebody, like, oh, this motherfucker's this.
Yeah,
this
exactly.
motherfucker's that.
This motherfucker?
No, but look, you know what? I give him a fair shot. I go watch this shit. I'm like, that's all right. You know, we're just reaching right now because there's nobody in that position to put that good at the moment. So you just kind of just want to just shove this person in there and say, oh, they're the shit. No, let's be real what it is. But Ralph Bulls' situation, like, yes, he feels that void.
He does.
You know what I mean? He's dope. And I love his backstory. I kind of read down his watch his little backstory a little bit. He's actually, he's like, he has a gangster ass background in a sense. I don't know what kind of gangster, but that's cool too. Because most comedians are kind of,
I mean, we all just we got to go through it and look up the archives and see who you are. And I did that to him too. The first shit that I scooped up, I didn't think he was that great, but you can see how quick this motherfucker was consistent. And then he got just better and better and better. And I was like, oh man, this guy is really a threat. Like,
he's a good joke. He writes good jokes. I like what he talks about. Right? He doesn't do Latino people do this. None of that. I haven't seen any of that from him. And I got a few of those, but I try to limit them because my agent follows like that shit. And I was like, oh God, you like that shit. But I try not to even go that way. But every once in a while, the joke is really, really hits. I just go through it. But like, I haven't seen him do any of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And yeah, man, damn, you guys don't understand how much there's so many Latino comedians, there's so many Asian comedians that aren't really go unnoticed. You know what I mean? Unless they're interested, like that Kim was brought. He kind of got brought up by Joe Rogan and them, which is beautiful. It's beautiful because I love.
Now he's with
yeah, which is a beautiful thing. But it's like there's still you still got to go through that shit. You know what I mean? Right. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at it.
How do you feel about him?
Who's that?
With Han.
Oh, he's funny, man. He's cool. Funny.
I mean, I fuck with him. I mean, I fuck with him when I watch it. Like with him and shout out David Lucas and all them.
Oh, yeah, David Lucas is awesome.
Crazy,
I think Tony Hinchcliffe is awesome. I think they're all awesome. But
I got the pleasure of roasting David Lucas. Yeah. I was on the roast beef show. I had to get him.
Yeah, y'all are both. You guys are both awesome at that.
Hey, shout out my boy David Lucas.
David Lucas is people, man. He's very funny guy.
He's dope. So I mean, do you feel like Hans has a chance, to really be that great? Because I mean, yeah, he has a couple one-liners that are
he's
pretty
funny.
Great, but
he's funny. I do like. I noticed that Hollywood in general. If you notice the Asian comedians that have kind of in the past, Bobby Lee is a unique one because he's.
Shout out Bobby Lee.
Yeah, Bobby Lee.
Him and his podcast.
Yeah, God bless him. Yeah, God bless that dude. But he's what's cool about Bobby is he's different. If you look at all the other Asian comedians, say like Helen Hong or Jimmy Yang or who else is it? They all can't think of any more at the moment because not many of us, but they all look like.
Is Joe Coy part of Asian?
Yeah, he's still Asian. He's still Asian.
Well, I mean Filipino, but I mean, is that considered?
Yeah, they're like hybrid Mexicans.
Shout out Joe Coy.
the Asian Latino
Right.
hybrids. You know what I mean?
Okay, so they're Asian Latino hybrids.
Yeah, but
I like that.
him and Bobby are both in the same boat where they're just special faces where they're just so goddamn good. They just
Right.
push through. But if you look at like Jimmy O Yang, Helen Hong, they look like Asian people you see everywhere. You know what I mean? So does Hans Kim though.
He
You
does.
know what I mean? That's what I think because the rest of the world, the ignorant world, that's how they see Asian people. You know what I mean? Like you don't see Asian people like me on every corner, but you see Hans Kim on every corner. You see Jimmy O Yang. People like I told at least 80 motherfuckers that look just like Jimmy O Yang. You know what I mean? And it's not a knock on him. He's a fucking beast too. God bless him in his career, and I love him. And I think he's the sweetest man, sweetest guy. He's a really cool dude. So don't ever think I'm not shitting on this dude because I'm not.
Not never.
I big up to all my Asian brothers, all my Latino brothers, all my even white brothers. That sounds racist.
When you say white
God bless y'all, white. God bless blacks.
I had Roger Rod in here. I was like, hey, Roger Rod, man, you funniest white guy, funniest white guy. He's like, dude, just stop saying funny white guy right now. I'm like, oh my god, I felt so bad.
Well, you gotta say,
older Roger Rod, right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh man.
Roger Rod is very funny.
I love Roger Rod.
He's a really nice guy. Roger Rod.
Yeah, he was in here, man, and we had so much fun. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, comedy is nuts. Comedy, there's so many people that I met, like, especially like people that I grew up watching, you know what I'm saying? Like Corey Holcomb and Michael Blackson, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, yeah, Corey Holcomb is the shit. And then just chill with them and get to know the guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out my boy Corey Holcomb, man. That's some real shit, man. Chi-Town is crazy motherfuckers, man. They got some pretty dope comedians.
Chi-Town is pretty much good
and
everything.
Rappers. Yeah.
Good everything.
Shit.
And you know what Chi-Town is? Y'all don't know this about Chi-Town. Their food is crazy. Why do you think everybody from Chicago is fucking fat? Like, and almost like 98% of people from Chicago that I meet are fucking fat. I'm not even mad. I got friends in Chicago. I think they average like 300 pounds.
Damn.
You know what I mean? On this, like, it's such a good fucking city to eat at, man. Like, good God.
Go eat over there, man. That's some real shit.
No, because LA, it somehow figured out how to be. You could they know how to make them tasty, not horrible.
Right.
You know, more. I mean, it was just like Chicago, man. They're just. Oh man, everything is just fucking everything bad for you. They're really good at making things bad for you.
Are they really?
Yeah. Like, everything like steak and like burnt beef sandwiches. They got this what is it, Portillo's? They got one here now, but they're the beef cheddar croissant. This beef and cheddar inside a croissant. That means it's buttered bread wrapped around. You know, that's really bad for you, man. But it's delicious. You know?
God damn, like that? All that?
I think the craziest thing was, I think I was in Montana once. This diner, they had cinnamon rolls with pieces of sausage in it.
Cinnamon rolls with sausage?
Yeah, they're trying to kill people.
Oh, fuck, man, that's diabetes in its own fucking
diabetes and a heart attack. Imagine if they hit you at the same time and shit. That's
a little bit of high blood pressure.
Damn, that's some crazy shit.
Yeah, man.
So what you got going right now, my boy? Like, I mean, got anything going? Like, where are you performing next?
I think my next show is at Haha next Sunday.
Next Sunday?
Yeah. This coming Sunday. I think it's my next one. I gotta look at my calendar. Honestly, man, I gotta look at my calendar because it's kind of like, just like work. It is work at the end of the day, even though I'm having fun. But it's kind of like sometimes I don't realize I have a show that day. Like last week I had a show in San Diego with my man Steve O. Shout out to my man Steve O. It's my guy. You know what I mean? And then I did a show with him, and I forgot about it until like the day before. You don't, because like, I have to treat it day by day in a sense because there's so much going on every day. There's shit going on.
Bigger now. I mean, to tell you, like, you like boy, like you shit. Like you one of the comedians that should fucking really, really blow within a couple months. I mean, because you've already been holding it down so fucking much, man. I'm like, my boy's ready. Got so much opportunity coming for you.
Oh yeah, everybody see me knows I'm ready.
Hey,
they know that. I appreciate you saying
not
that.
only that,
I appreciate you recognizing
this is Bobby Lee's little nephew. You know what I'm saying? He looks like Bobby Lee.
It's crazy.
Hey, was that racist?
You know what? It's funny. Who
All
cares?
Mexicans look alike. All Asians look
No.
alike.
You know what? No. But look, this thing. I don't look like Hans Kim. You know what I mean? You didn't say that. You didn't say I look like Jimmy O Yang. I don't look nothing like that
Bobby,
motherfucker.
yeah, I don't look like Bobby Lee.
Me and Bobby have a similar. I don't know. I think I look better though. You know, I think I'm a little cuter than Bobby.
Let's go.
But you cute, big bro. You cute too. You know, this is how you know we got a picture together, right? And then he looked at the picture, and was like, "God damn, we do look good."
You look just like Bobby Lee. Oh, God.
But I look like an upgrade though. This is the Bobby Lee upgrade.
Yeah.
You know, I'm taller, I'm better looking. You know, but it's all up. An upgrade of that motherfucker. That motherfucker, that bad motherfucker right
That's a bad motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie.
there. God bless that dude, man. I got so much love for that
They
dude.
gotta get you on the podcast and shit. We'll make that happen. On some real shit. We have to make that happen.
I did a part. I did his. You know.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did his. You know.
Now that the way you come down, the way you come down, up and coming me, you're fucking awesome, dude. You're fucking hilarious. I love my boys in the building on some real shit. Hey, I love it. So what we got, my boy? I mean, as far as that, like, what do you see yourself in like 2 years from now? Like, let's quit the bullshit.
2
Like,
years from now, just
you
working.
wanna start acting? You wanna start?
Yeah, I got representation now. I got good representation.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, shout out to my manager Vincent. I think he's an amazing man. He sends me on. He sends me on some really cool shit. So I'm excited about it. It's crazy because he's like very apologetic. He's like, yeah. He acts like it's his fault that I didn't get roles. You know what I mean? Yeah, motherfucker, you did your part. You sent me on audition. Yeah, I mean, he's like blaming himself. You know, and I'm just like, yo, man, like I appreciate you even doing this. I appreciate you putting the belief in me because right now I haven't made you any money. So and we all know, come on, man. Because the world, everyone's like, hey, man, you just look out for me. No, motherfucker, this is a business. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's what people forget. This is show business, comedy business. It's not let's be buddies. You know what I mean?
True
So
that.
the fact that he's doing, I'm very appreciative that he's done what he's done for me. Anybody that does anything for you, man. This I think I've seen this a lot where people in this town feel entitled to shit.
Right.
You don't realize that somebody did something for you, and you don't show any gratitude. Like
That's
you,
just crazy.
you gotta always show gratitude to people that didn't. When someone does something for you that didn't have to, and it doesn't benefit them at all, that's love, bro. You gotta show love. I know literally people that will literally the second they don't do that shit, they just shit on that person. Bro.
That shit is out.
Yeah, that's you corny for that. That's why you corny. That's why nobody fucks with you people like that. You know, those people like that, they usually like ask themselves out. They're like, why doesn't nobody fuck with me? Because you a fucking entitled piece
because
of
you a
shit.
fucking piece of shit. Exactly. Because you ain't fucking putting in the same effort that you get from other people. Like you gotta do that. I mean, relationships in this, a lot of people don't understand. Being a comic, you can just be an entertainer. Period. It's all about relationships. If your ass is a shitty ass person, nobody wants to fuck with you because you a shitty ass person. You gotta fucking build relationships and fucking give what you get. You know what I'm saying? Treat people the way you want to be treated. Unless you a piece of shit ass motherfucker, ain't nobody wanna work with you on some real shit.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you said it best, my boy, on some real shit, man. You're the first person that came in here out of all damn entertainers that I fuck with that came in here that's the smartest shit somebody's ever said. Treat people the way you wanna be treated and don't be a fucking schmuck.
But you also get what you put into it. You know what I
That
mean?
part.
The energy you put in, I believe that's what you get. You know, I just believe that. I mean, sometimes I feel like I'm getting short.
Y'all know who you are, motherfucker. Y'all know who you are, motherfucker.
You know you is motherfucker. Everybody's good to me, man. Like I can't complain. You know, this I fuck
This
with.
ain't no jumper, motherfucker. Hey, where you gonna be over here? No fucking. Hey, this ain't no cheese man. This ain't no fucking cheese muscles right here. No, this ain't no jumper. You know what I'm saying? We give love to everybody. Everybody gets love back.
Yeah, it's
You a
all
piece
should
of
be
shit
about
person. Get on somebody else's podcast.
because you're only competing with yourself. You know what I mean? You just
Talk to the people. Talk to
only competing with yourself. You think, oh yeah, this because this motherfucker gets something's gonna fuck me up. That wasn't for you then. You know, it is what it is. There'll be auditions. I was like, this the one. Nobody, and then somebody I know will get that motherfucker. I'm like, I'm happy for. I'm genuinely happy for. Like, it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. Even though I feel like y'all made a mistake. You know what I mean? Sometimes, like, what
I
fuck?
could have brought more to the table.
Yeah, I
Just
got more
saying.
followers. I'm nicer. And then
Yep.
I'm like, all right, you know what? They see something in this person where it's that I have to that I don't understand, but I have to accept because
Right.
it's reality.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
I got a quick one though. Before we get up out of here, I got one. What do you feel about like people that don't want to help you because they feel like maybe you're a threat and they
mm,
feel like, oh well, maybe you might take my spot, maybe this and this and this. You think people don't want to help other entertainers or other comedians because they feel like they're a threat? You ever feel like
yeah,
that
no,
way?
yeah. I mean, people have said that to me always. I remember like when I was 2 years in, and Beb was another Mexican comedian. He came out to me was like, no one's gonna want to take you on the road because you just gonna make everyone that just gonna take you on the road is shit. Because like literally, I've seen you make people that I used to look up to fall. You know what I mean? And I'm just like sitting there like, I don't know, man. I don't know, but I can't. To and I don't know if that's happening. I don't know because I feel like everyone's looked out for me. I feel like people have done good. You know what I mean?
Mhm,
I don't. I try not to believe that because that's a negative way of thinking. But is it true? I don't know. I don't know what goes on. I can't. I don't read that far into it. You
so
know what I mean?
you never came like, like subject to that part of
I don't know. Maybe, and not knowing it. You know what I mean?
mhm.
Maybe it's happened and I didn't realize it happened.
So they're like, "You know what? Hey, don't do this, motherfucker doing this," like, try to split your name up. You never been
But you know, oh no,
no shit like that?
actually did. There was one time.
Talk your shit
There
because
was one
we need to
time.
hear it, we need to hear it.
I tell you this. I tell you this. Me and the comedian are cool now, so I can't put him out there. But there's one time where I was 2 or 3 years in, and the improv was giving me like a monthly headline show every month, right?
Right.
And then a comedian that's been doing it longer than me went to the manager of one of the clubs was like, "Yo, don't don't book this dude. He's new. He doesn't know what he's doing. He you know what I mean?" And so actually that shit does piss me off.
Yeah, it pisses
When
me off,
and then
exactly.
and so I went right to, and so this was how I found out. The manager was so angry. He came and told me that shit, which he shouldn't have because that's kinda instigated, you know? But immediately, I went right to this comedian trying to fight this motherfucker. You know what I mean? I was like, "Yo, no, because this is what I believe. You can say whatever you want, you can do whatever you want, but if you stand in the way of my path,
Right,
if you're if you're unnecessarily putting an obstacle in my path, I'm going to remove it, and
mm,
I'm going to make sure you don't put another one in my way, or I gotta do what I gotta do." You know what I mean? Regardless of, I don't believe in that case because, this I
right.
am going to make this change. This is done. From that day on, you know what? It never happened again.
That
He
part.
never did no bullshit again because he knew better. You know what I mean? He knew better. Like, I'm not, I got if you see this, I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm being rough, but I don't think I did.
Oh, it is what it is. I hope he does see it at
Yeah.
the end of the day.
I did it.
Don't do it again,
Yeah.
motherfucker. Like,
Yeah, that's
give credit when
nah, but
credit's due.
there's one motherfucker too, like, he didn't do it, but, like, this is shit I told you shit I'm casted on. The funny thing is, he's actually doing it to the person I'm talking about, and did it to me, which weird, maybe karma does go in a circle. Um, me and this person, we became friends, you know what I
Right.
mean? And 'cause I really do forgive him, you know what I mean? He was sorry, you know what I mean? And I was sorry too, 'cause I kinda overreacted. I mean, we don't live in the we were not from fucking, we don't live in the fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know how to describe it. We're not, we're civilized people here. We try to be civilized. But, so we became friends. We got casted in the same thing, and somebody went to the producer and said, "Uncast this guy. He's not good."
What?
Yeah. So it go, "What you did to me, somebody is now doing to you," which is it.
Mm,
I don't know when I did that to somebody, man. So I don't know where my karma, where that came. I must have done something because shit don't just happen to me.
bullshit, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I mean, shit. I mean, I must have done something.
Bullshit out there, ladies
Unintentional.
and gentlemen. There's a lot of bullshit.
Look, you know what? If you're entertainer, here it is. Don't hate on nobody. Don't go out of your way to stop somebody else's shot. Let's think, maybe they stole the joke, they stole the movie, they stole the TV show. Okay, then I get it because it's wrong. But if the person did nothing wrong and you don't think they're good enough, that's not a good reason to go to the person in charge, the exec, whoever, and say, "Uncast this motherfucker." They do that to me. Well, they did kind of do that to me. What do for stand-up comedy when I was very, very new. But which is unusual at the time to get something.
Don't do it,
Yeah,
period.
but don't do it, period. If a motherfucker starts today, tomorrow, the big ass thing, I'm not gonna go to anybody and be like, hey man, take this motherfucker off. That's the bullshit. You corny you hate on somebody. I ain't gonna lie, like I do sometimes it does make me so that does when somebody like because I know how it feels. Like when somebody did that to somebody I knew, I did want to kind of just punch him in the face off the bat. Like I was like,
No
yo,
doubt.
even though it wasn't even to
That's some
me.
hater shit.
Yeah, this dude is just I don't know. Like, at the end of the day, I don't even know if he thinks if he's trying to be a hater or he thinks he's he
Bigger
knows
than
better.
you, bigger than you, or
He
something.
he knows better. Maybe he explains like this has to be a good project. You have to remove this person.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, but the person didn't do anything. The person just like straight up. I'll be honest with you. This situation, I don't know what my situation. This situation, he is right. The person is not that good.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie and say because hopefully no one can figure out exactly what I'm talking about. But it's true. The person could use a little work. Now that's true, but guess what? The producer didn't think that, and now you put that shit in their head. You know what I mean? And now you're stopping their fucking. Because think about it. Sometimes, like, and if you try for years, repetition, like you just go, and then you get this one little fucking thing, and then you shit, trying to take this away from that person. That's really fucked up.
That shit's out.
They put in years of work, dedicated their life to this, and,
Yeah,
and it's like, come on, man. Like, why are you doing that? What's the reason? Of course, it's hater ass shit, but it's even crazier because they're attached to the project too. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck you hate for? You're involved in the project. You know what I mean?
right.
So it's like, why are you doing that to somebody? It's just wild, man. Then they'll go smile in their face. You know what I mean? I'm just like, yo, that's wild.
Backstabbers, they smile in your face. Ooh,
Yes,
man, that's bullshit, boy.
it is. But I mean, it's the people like that exist. Honestly, I didn't even thinking about that shit. You brought it. Then I started thinking of all this shit. Like, yeah, that's where
I done
our
fucked this
mindset.
whole shit up, ladies and gentlemen. He's like, man, I was supposed to go have a good time right now. Now you gotta be fucked up about all this crazy motherfuckers.
Now I want to smack your ass up again.
Yeah, get him. Tuck your
Bitch
shit.
ass shit.
Tuck your shit.
Bitch ass shit. Fucking hating on somebody that looked out for you too. That's the crazy. This dude looked out for that dude.
Tuck your shit.
Yeah, that's wild, man. That's fucking wild.
Hey,
The more I
real
think about
shit.
it, I don't want to keep thinking about it. It's gonna make me mad.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You know what I mean? But you wild.
My boy in the building, y'all. Some real shit, y'all. Hey, what we got going? Where can people find you and where can people find you?
My social media, Instagram at Dante Chang, DanteChang. Same thing on Facebook. On TikTok is the same, but Dante Chang 1. Because there's another motherfucker, Dante Chang, that don't even use this.
Let's get that motherfucker right now.
I
Where
bet
the fuck
this
is
motherfucker-
he? Let's pull him up.
Let me get this name, dog. You know what I mean? Like, he don't even use this shit no more.
No.
You know what I mean? I'm out of contact. Come on, man. You Google Dante Chang, my face come up. Not your punk ass face. This motherfucker doing all type of bullshit. Got 4 views. You know what I mean? Like my last fucking video got 200,000 views, man. And please let me get it, Dante.
Boy, Dante
Who
Chang
names their
in the
kid Dante
building,
anyway?
y'all. That's
Who
some
names
real
their
shit.
fucking kid Dante? Dante? Why is your name Dante? What the fuck? That shit is wild. You
Hey, my boy.
Mhm.
It's been a pleasure, my boy. I'm glad you came, you saw, and you conquered off some real shit, man.
appreciate you.
Off some real shit. I appreciate you, baby. Off some real shit. Dante Chang in the building, y'all. Y'all show some love, man. Please follow this guy. Please follow this guy. Shows coming up like crazy. This guy is one of my favorite comedians, man. He came in here. He saw, he conquered, man, on some real shit. We about this, dog. Dr. Dandruff Show. We about. Catch us up. We up out of here, bitch. Let's get it.